In today's video, we'll be revealing the new 2024 Aston Martin DB12. Welcome once again to Sim Action Cars Review channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, press the bell button and also, comment down below. The 2024 Aston Martin DB12 uncovered as a 671 HP Super Sightseer. For those with $250,000 to toss around, the DB12 is a mightier, shapelier, and sportier replacement to the DB11. Expected to begin at $245,000, the 2024 Aston Martin DB12 debuts as the replacement to the active DB11. The DB12 highlights a 671 horsepower twin-super 4.0-liter V8, and Aston claims it'll hit 60 miles per hour in 3.5 seconds while heading to its 202 miles per hour maximum velocity. Alongside incalculable frame upgrades, the DB12 has an electronic back differential and Michelin Pilot Game S5 execution tires. Time to move on to better things. That is the substance of Aston Martin's transition to supplant the DB11 with another model, one the organization likes to call a super traveler as opposed to an excellent sightseer. Advertising glory to the side, the 2024 Aston Martin DB12 that has now been uncovered to the world is for sure more fantastic than the model it's supplanting. There's no confusing the new DB12 with everything except an Aston Martin, and the low and wide two entryways unmistakable plan is, indeed, by plan. The grille gets greater, the cleared back headlights have another lighting mark, and the frameless side mirrors are more modest. The vehicle's front and back tracks are likewise more extensive, around 0.2 inch in front and 0.9 inch toward the rear. On the button of the vehicle is Aston's as of late overhauled winged logo, with the DB12 being the primary creation vehicle it has showed up on. Inviting the most recent DB model likewise implies expressing farewell to the twin-turbocharged 5.2-liter V12 that was already accessible. Presently, the sole motor decision basically until Aston uncovers a potential AMR execution variation, is a twin-super V8 with similar 4.0 liters of uprooting as in the past. Additionally, like previously, the motor is as yet a hand-fabricated unit obtained from Mercedes-AMG. Nonetheless, Aston has opened significantly more power mostly by adding bigger turbos, updating the pressure proportions, and totally upgrading the cooling framework. The better-than-ever V8's pinnacle yield is 671 drive at 6,000 RPM and 590 pound-feet of force somewhere in the range of 2,750 and 6,000 RPM. Not exclusively are those figures altogether higher than the earlier V8's 528 ponies and 513 pound-feet, yet they're more than the old V12 as well, which created 630 horses and 516 pound-feet. The improved 4.0-liter actually takes care of the back hub through an 8-speed programmed gearbox that currently has a more limited last drive proportion. Aston says the DB12 will hit 60 miles per hour in 3.5 seconds, and its maximum velocity is a guaranteed 202 miles per hour. The DB12 rides on a recently evolved suspension that has firmer enemy of roll bars and Aston's most recent versatile dampers. They support a bunch of 21-inch wheels inside uniquely evolved Michelin Pilot Game S5 summer tires, size 275 divided by 35 are -21 in front and 315 divided by 30 are -21 out back. The back elastic Aston says further develops feel. Halting the vehicle are a bunch of standard 15.7-inch front and 14.2-inch back cast-iron rotors. Another brake promoter is said to work on pedal feel, and the individuals who need a definitive slowing down experience can choose the carbon ceramic set, which is said to save around 60 pounds of unsprung weight. Alongside the DB12's changed frame, its fortified aluminum structure is supposed to be 7% stiffer, a side effect of upgrades made to the vehicle's underbody supports. Since the DB12 is planned to be in excess of an excellent traveler, it's charged as a super sightseer. Mind you, it should have an inside to match that mission. While we can't remark on its legroom or headroom, nor could we at any point say how agreeable or awkward the driving position is until we get to move inside one, the photos recommend the lodge will be more reasonable than previously. The costly materials and perpetual customization accessible through Aston's Q program are guaranteed, yet the DB12's inside likewise seems to have further developed ergonomics. The dashboard configuration is cleaner, and it seems as though there could be more cubby space in light of the opening underneath the middle stack. A large group of physical switchgear, including rollers for volume and air conditioning controls as well as a squat electronic shifter, is situated on the grade between the cup holders and the infotainment framework. The last option additionally looks significantly better over the old Mercedes-obtained arrangement. Aston's new in-house infotainment framework includes a 10.3-inch touchscreen and accompanies remote Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The installed route highlights three-dimensional planning and an internet-based association, yet we think the cell phone reflecting will be the default for getting headings for most clients. Alongside the capacity to acknowledge over-the-air programming refreshes, the DB12's framework denotes the presentation of Aston's new cell phone application, which gives admittance to vehicle-explicit substance as well as membership administrations, 3 of which are free for the initial 3 years. The 2024 Aston Martin DB12 will go marked down in America at some point in the second from last quarter of this current year. While the organization hasn't delivered official evaluating, it said the Roadster body style is supposed to begin at $245,000. For those acquainted with the DB11, that relates to a generally $37,000 increment over the V8 Roadster. We anticipate that the convertible DB12 Volante should be uncovered eventually, and it'll probably begin around $260,000. I'm glad that you now fully understand this vehicle. Would you kindly do me the favor of subscribing to this channel and pressing the notification bell button so that you are notified as soon as we upload another video like this? Thank you.